Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with another team adventure for you. For this one, we are racing B-Class cars. However, the vehicles had to be fitted with street tyres, so everything here is running the same compound of tyre. I have gone with a Corrado. I've driven a C-Class one of these before, and that was pretty good actually for a C-Class car. I'm hoping... I don't remember what I used it for. Outside of a Chase the Slow Cars round where it was quite good, I don't remember where else it was used. I had one kicking around. I built it up to B-Class because I wanted to have a go with something front-wheel drive and something that I've not really driven very much, which is why I've gone for the Corrado. And had a decent chunk of PI to work with as well. It has got some 260 horsepower, which is not too bad. Weighs about 2,500 pounds. So, yeah, the power to weight ratio on this, I'm hoping, is going to be pretty good. We'll see what we can do overall. There's a right mixture of cars, of course. Not, let's say, in terms of restrictions, just street tyres is the only requirement. Does leave plenty of avenues of approach. The Mach 1 we're expected to be very fast down the straights. I do not want to get stuck behind a Bel Air if I can help it. That's a very big boat of a vehicle. It realises it's not going to have the grip to make this work. There's going to be a gap for... Oh, okay, there was a gap. I apologise to the holder in there. Did not mean to end up in the door. It was just on a slightly funky line. The Subaru was going to end up in the door of my car. There just wasn't quite enough space for everybody. I'm not sure what's leading. Oh, there is a Porsche in a wall. Me and the RSX are a little bit slow off of the corner there. I was going to fall into the line behind the car ahead. I didn't quite get that one right there. Now, I mean, the railings, okay. I mean, I was going to go for the cheeky to the inside line, but the Mustang took the railings out for us anyway, so that's all fine. Got a Prelude up in second, is coming under fire. Points-wise are looking pretty good for Red Team at the moment. What can we do about... Can we find a way past the... Oh, RSX is going to be side by side. The Mustang's gone to second here. We're going to go around the outside down here, I think, and that will put me up into a fourth place. That will help the points. No one's got an answer for the leader, whatever that is, I don't know. Who is quicker down this straight, me or the RSX? I kind of don't want to get stuck in a fight with the RSX because I want to try and get on the podium, but, you know, at the end of the day, it is a team race. Oh no! Street furniture, why? We've got whatever glowy lamp thing that goes with the zebra crossing is called. I don't know what to call it. But that marker has screwed us. We got a really good run through turn 1. I played it super risky. Oh god, that was so risky with the checkpoint there. Thankfully the railing's all been wiped out. We're going to carry great speed down here. Can I stick the nose up the inside? We're going to have a go. It's a very awkward line. Oh, it's all gone a bit wrong for me. We had to bail out. Okay, as if I apologise. It was... And that was an ambitious dive by me, and we got the car where we wanted it to go, and we kind of ended up screwing the RSX over a little bit as well, as it wanted to try and cut underneath us. We just ended up in the right place. Like, what I did was not... It was slightly unfortunate for the car we were racing. It wasn't intentionally rude or overly aggressive, which is where our vehicle was going to end up in that. Was always going to be awkward, but the RSX is back past. You know what, you can be street sweeper down here. I'm not going to go have a look at that. That's always going to end in disaster at turn 1. I don't quite get the change of direction the RSX does in places, and we have not got off the corner there quite so well. However, I don't know, some places we're good, some places we're not quite so good if I can get it right with this car. The 3 front-wheel drives are very, very similarly balanced here. This time around, as we come up the hill, we're a little further back from the fight. The Mustang has got clear and is running away a little bit on its own. Not by a huge amount. It's just going to run out of time to catch the leader. I don't think any of us front-wheel drives has an answer for the leader. Oh no, the Prelude's gone and hit the wall. It happens every time. Every time we come to this bloody circuit, someone hits that inside wall, and I'm just glad it wasn't me. Unfortunately, it was a teammate. It could have been a blue team car, but no, it had to be one of our team cars that got it. Oh, second gear is what I wanted out of there. The street furniture is really causing me grief in this, and it very nearly messed me over there. Oh god, that was almost a massive problem. We got away with it. Follow the RSX through there if we can. I think the Akira's got some speed now. It has found a little bit more pace, and I cannot quite live with it. We're close, but we're not quite fast enough. I'll do what I can though. The Mustang's actually not got as far away as kind of expecting it to around here. Can we be neat and tidy through here? We can. I like my car. I like my Volkswagen actually. I'm impressed with this vehicle. For something that, as I said, at C-Class it was good, but didn't know what it was going to end up being. I mean, I built it slightly differently. It's actually heavier than my C-Class version now because I wanted a bit more power in it, and I feel like that's not been a bad way to go in terms of getting some lap speed. I feel like if I'd left it as it was, we would have been really in trouble with the street furniture and a real lack of straight line speed because we're not exactly a rocket ship as it is. I'll take a 4th place. Fantastic fight against Zipper in that one. Points are very close. Unlucky for the prelude. Very, very unlucky for a red in the prelude there. End up down in 5th place. Not really a chance to fight for it. Just clip that inside building. It's happened so many times. It's so easily done. But, yeah. Okay. First blood will go to red team in this one. That was a good fun battle there. We head to the Mortimer Gardens Scramble for our next race. Now, of course, as I said, everyone is on street tyres. No one's car is going to be massively suited out here. I don't know how many vehicles are going to be running all-wheel drive. There is a Subaru that probably will. Front-wheel drive is generally a little bit nicer of the two-wheel drives. However, you've also got to bear in mind some of the big muscle cars. I mean, you can see the Bel Air, the size of the rear tyres on that. It's got huge tyre widths, and in Forza terms, big tyres are the way to go when it heads off-road. Of course, front-wheel drive is not very strong off the line. No one is in an SUV of any sort, or no one's got any real ground clearance. So the water section here is going to screw over everyone equally. I would imagine the bigger, heavier cars will fare a little better through that, although I don't really know. That was me playing it really risky with the checkpoints. I really shouldn't be playing it that risky. Come on, Corrado, you can do it. Okay, we're through. Now, if we can make a gap before the likes of the Mustang, before the likes of some of the other really... In fact, the Mustang's fine, that's on our team, come to think of it. But before some of the really quick cars turn up, if we can go for it now, that would be good. And we have actually built a nice lead on this first lap, which is always helpful. I mean, it was a Bel Air and a Tirana that were in second and third as I looked back. Coming up the start-finish straight, and if those cars end up being a big roadblock, that could help us out no end. I would imagine the RSX is going to be quite similar to me around here. We'll have similar sized tyres, we've got that front-wheel drive. I might be a little lighter than the RSX, I'm not sure, but we'll probably have a little less power. I mean, this circuit, as off-road circuits go, this is actually not the worst, not the meanest for cars not suited to off-road in many ways, because, well, there's this whole tarmac section. There's a huge fight as the Mach 1 goes into second, where we have done the just blast away at the front and get out of trouble, because yeah, there is a massive fight, massive squabble going on behind us. It's one of those that, like, of course I want to win the race, and I want to get the points for my team and everything. You kind of want to be involved with the fight sometimes. And if they keep fighting each other, I mean, it's Zipper and Coda are second and third now. They will be trying to chase me down, but if they fight one another for the rest of this race, there's not going to be much that they can do. They're going to have to be so much quicker per lap, as long as I don't goof this up myself. Goofing it up myself, always a distinct possibility. I'm going to try not to, but yeah, there's always that chance. We are onto the main straight. Okay, yeah, they may be a little quicker than me a lap, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough quicker to do much. Corrado is doing good at the moment. We've still got 2 more laps to go. Don't say too much too soon. We are leading the way in terms of the points. That is helpful here. I'm not going to risk the funky line. The car's quite understeery as it is. So when I say the funky line there, you come off the bridge, if you duck to the right of the monument rather than to the normal left that everyone takes, it's a slightly quicker line and it's better for overtaking. Okay, yeah, we're not got anyone to overtake. I think it is a smidge faster. However, to do it, I want a car with a really good front end. And while this turns in alright, it is a bit sort of on-power understeering, as you would expect from relatively high-powered front-wheel drive machinery. And it's just not worth the risk. We've got a big lead. As I said, we're losing a smidge of time to the cars behind, but we're only talking probably a few tenths a lap. And with the lead we got early on, you know, that's kind of irrelevant. So there's no point in risking it. It's good. The diving off the bridge is good for setting up an overtake down here. This is one of the best overtaking spots on the circuit. This is not an easy track to overtake on. Not that, as I said, we've not had too much trouble in this as we started towards the front and we broke away early on, but it's not the easiest place to overtake cars on, so it's a good opportunity for a pass. We will head through the water. Honestly, I wonder if a lot of what I'm losing per lap is actually lost in the water, because I suspect the Mustang's probably a little happier through that section than I am. If anything, yeah, we're just kind of keeping the gap where it is. It's quite the stalemate now. After a manic start for the cars further back, there was a big pack for a while there. We are going to head up towards the finish line. We are going to take victory with the Corrado. It is going to get at least one race victory in all of this. The Mustang gets second ahead of the RSX in third. Points have gone a little bit more our way by the end of this. The Prelude ends up in fourth ahead of the Tirana. That's going to hold on to fifth ahead of the Chevy. Whew, okay. I shall take it. Volkswagen's got a victory. I'm liking my car. Red Team are currently leading the way. All is good. We head to Broadway for our next race. Where are we going to start on the grid? Oh, not that it really matters, we'll be at the back. Although, all the front-wheel drives are at the back, it seems. God damn it. And the Rover that won the first round, that thing's blooming fast on the tarmac. I don't think, just by sheer difference from the start line, I think we're going to struggle to catch up the Rover if it's as good here as it was at that first race. We're going to have to probably rely on the Mach 1 to score some good points for Red Team, and if we can win the little front-wheel drive tussle, what position that might be for, I think third. I don't know what else we've got that might give us some grief in this one. We'll have to wait and see. I am not as quick as the other front-wheel drives. Ooh, off the line, and I'm a little too late under brakes into turn one. That's a problem. Could really have done without that. I mean, it has sadly put one car between me and front-wheel drive Horde, although I think I'm going to get that pass done quickly. It is going to be a case of who can carve their way. Oh, well, there was the sea of opportunity parted in front of us, and I will take that position. Thank you very much indeed. I locked the brakes up a little bit, just the tiniest smidge of a lock up into that. We were being aggressive at that point, and it was didn't want to get held up any longer than we had to be. But yeah, that Rover's just gone up at the front. We are up into a fifth position. Yeah, so what is happening to the other front-wheel drives is what I was worried was going to happen to me. The fact that I got a worse start actually put me in a better position for sneaking past when a gap appeared. I could dive to the inside as a Subaru was caught in the middle of cars much quicker. It's not quite got the space there for me. Oh, the Chevy just can't carry the corner speed. This has got a lot more grip than I'm expecting it to have relative to the cars around it. I wasn't expecting the Chevy to have a lift through there particularly, but there we go. Oh, we're going to carry speed. That's a little bit dicey through all of that. And now we probably sit a little bit in no man's land and we'll see if the Prelude or the RSX catch us. It's kind of, I think, where we're going to sit. We may get treated to a battle for the lead, although we're a little too far back. I mean, this is what I'm saying, it's just off the start line. We have to be so much quicker than the cars in front to be able to catch up just by the amount of time we lose. And not just from being further back, but also front-wheel drive launching disadvantage, shall we say. You know, it's the price you pay of having the front-wheel drive cars in this. They just do not get off the line as well. So combine that with really poor spots on the grid is always going to be difficult. Yeah, if we can just stay out of trouble. I mean, points are really close. There are 50 points in it. Oh, almost got the back end out of shape there. I'm not sure if this is the best. I'm not sure what is the best sort of track for my car, if I'm honest. I don't know. I don't think it's the fastest in a straight line. Apparently off-road, maybe this one's best for it. We'll find out with the next race. Yeah, maybe that's where it's best at. Because here, it isn't as fast as the top two. It's not far off. It's not far off. I mean, the gap is about where it has been at from when we got clear of the pack. And we certainly made our way through the pack okay. The Mustang is a little quicker here. It has caught the Rover, but it's not going to have very long. It's not caught, it's catching the Rover. It's not going to have very long to find a way past, though, if it is going to make a pass stick somewhere. Don't lock the brakes down there. That is better from me. And then it is, yeah, going to be the battle of the Prelude and the RSX over. Right, that battle over fourth might determine who wins this. If the RSX can get up a position, that would give Blue Team. If Blue Team can find one position, they will win this round. That's how close it is at the moment. But that does rely on that Rover winning the race, and it is every lap we get the view into turn one, and the Rover is under more and more pressure. In fact, now it is properly under pressure from the Mach 1, and it has lost the lead of the race. The Mustang is to the front as we head through these next couple of corners. They're very close. Sadly, it's a little too far away for us to see. That does change it in terms of the points now. That makes it considerably more difficult for Blue Team to get a victory. Oop. I had to give it everything through there. We're going for it. The Rover's having a look, but it is not going to be able to do anything. By the looks of it, we've got a great battle going on in front and a great battle going on behind, and then there is the Corrado sat in the middle. However, we're going to have our third different winner in 3 races. Mustang will take it. Points have. Ooh, it was important. It was important that the Mustang overtook there, because we would not have won otherwise. There was a great battle at the front, a great battle behind as well. In the end, Prelude would beat RSX. The Corrado, though, takes the front-wheel drive victory here by virtue of I got lucky on the opening lap. After my initial bad start, we got lucky to sneak past and run clear. Well, I mean, it's a podium, and Red Team will just take the round victory, and that will be the adventure victory as well. Now, with this being the last team adventure on Horizon 4, I had to be a little bit silly. That's why we've come to Mud Kickers. Oh, we're down the back again. Bloody hell. Yeah, this is a bit of a wild card round. Sometimes things work here that don't work anywhere else. Sometimes random cars do well. Sometimes the hand of fate decrees your vehicle should be on its roof for no discernible reason. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we were good off-road at Mortimer Gardens. I see no reason why we shouldn't be okay here. I think we're going to struggle from so far back, with Mustang being very quick, likely to do well up at the front. But yeah, we're going to kind of just have to see how this one pans out, because I genuinely don't know here. With any luck, my Corrado will just magically be amazing off-road. We're going to go around the outside there of the puddle, try and avoid the mess as best we can. This is the section where we might get random front flips coming up. It'll be how far can your car jump if your car can't jump far enough. Okay, it might not be so bad, because all of our vehicles are not suited to the terrain they're racing on. We might actually have a situation whereby the cars aren't going quick enough, because no one's got dirt tyres, no one's got any traction. So I'm wondering if vehicles are simply not going to be carrying the speed to launch themselves over into flips. We'll have to wait and see, but it does look to be the case. We're up into 7th, and we are leading a bit of a charge here, which I'm not too displeased about. Oh, the Mustang hit the wall on the outside there. Sorry, I was fully committed on my line into there before I realised where that Ford was going to end up. We're going to, of course, be running around the outside of the puddle. Not quite got the turn sorted through there. You can see the rear-wheel drive vehicle struggling for some traction in places. We are going to jump nicely there. We are jumping well enough that we don't front flip. I don't know what's leading the way. I'm going to hazard a guess that it might be all-wheel drive, but I'm not sure. As I said, I don't know what we've got up there. Can't see it at the moment. There is my great rival so far. It's that RSX. It looks like it's the Chevy, actually. The 150 is leading the way. And then, yeah, RSX followed by Tirana, followed by Mercury. In all of this, points are very much in Blue Team's favour. In fact, if Blue Team are 1, 2, 3, we cannot win. There's nothing we can do, points-wise, that will give us a victory. So we've got to break up the 1, 2, 3. If I could find a way to catch up with Zipper, that would be helpful, but I'm not sure. That RSX is actually looking mighty fast around here. Can we make anything happen here? I don't know. We don't. For the first time, we don't brush the wall. I mean, Mudkickers hasn't been as deadly with these as there was a fear, shall we say. The fear was it would be a lot more dangerous with these cars. It is a very different sort of a circuit in regards to just challenge the vehicle. There's not many other circuits like this. I guess until you go cross-country circuits. Bloody hell, come on, Corrado. Find some grip, please. The Mustang just doesn't have the traction through these corners. I'm suspecting the Mercury might be all-wheel drive in this. Because, yeah, the Mach 1 will have huge rear tyres. We know that car is quick elsewhere, so my guess would be the reason the Mercury is performing so strong around here is that he's probably running all-wheel drive, where a lot of vehicles are not in B-class. I mean, oh god, I am going to get away around the outside, but it's just carried a little too much speed. Yeah, in B-class all-wheel drive, I mean, it helps with this sort of stuff, but most of the other events it's not too much of a problem running a two-wheel drive car. As we've seen before, A-class you'll get away with front-wheel drives sometimes. Oh, the right sort of front-wheel drives on the right sort of tracks can be still very, very quick. We just not catch it. We're at a tantalising range here. Oh, no. Bucket load of understeer. Just got a little too greedy with the throttle. We can close in places, but it's just not enough. Points are definitely not going our way here. There's nothing. I've got nothing. I've got no answers to those top three. It looks like the RSX might be looking for a way to take the lead of the race here. The Tirana's big rear tyres, I think, are saving it. I guess it could be all-wheel drive swapped. I don't know. I don't think you'd likely do that, though, with that car. No, I just don't have the front leg. I think I've bounced that wall 4 out of 5 laps, though not really helped me all that much. Down a gear for the run through the puddle. Gears are a bit long. I ran out of PI for the gearbox in this, and I figured the standard box was not too bad, so I left it. But the gears are a bit long for what we're asking it here. But as I said, this is a very, very unique challenge, if you will. I can't. Got to wait too long to get on the throttle through there. Nothing. No answers from the Volkswagen. Yeah, I tried. We did everything we could in this one. It's just not going to be enough. We're going to have to settle for a 5th place. It's not too bad. Was hoping maybe a little bit better for the Volkswagen. It just didn't quite work in all of that one. Yeah, Blue Team get a 1, 2, 3. The Chevy taking victory. The RSX ahead of the Tirana. Our Mercury is 4th, while me and the Mustang will take 5th and 6th. But yeah, nowhere near enough points for Red Team in this one. Blue Team Blue Team avoid a shutout. At the end of the day, they do avoid a shutout. And finally, we head to the Greendale Club Circuit. Where am I going to be on the grid? Oh, well, I mean, this is good news. We start at the front. Bad news is that we're not going to be at the front for all that long because we're front-wheel drive. But, I mean, we're at the front row. In fact, it's a front-wheel drive rivalry on the front row. The prelude is not too far away. The Rover and Mach 1 have got to cut through the field this time. The problem is that when they start at the back and we start at the front, we'll probably meet somewhere by the time our cars have stopped spinning their wheels. And there's not much I can do about that with just how front-wheel drive cars work. It could have been a worse start. Here comes the Tirana as well. Prelude is going to also get past us. Bloody hell, we just don't launch very well in this. We'll come out of ghost mode at an awkward time. I was kind of hoping we would be back past the Prelude, which we are now. Can we sneak past the big bargey car? We can. Blue team have got all their vehicles up at the front. I really wanted to try and sneak past the RSX. Oh, they missed a checkpoint. Yeah, I was going to try and sneak the Akira there, but we got a little nudge from... Oh no, I got connected to the rear. Oh, that's disappointing. Didn't mean to fault us. I definitely didn't want to jump the checkpoint. By the looks of it, the Mach 1's missed a checkpoint as well. Yeah, there was some fairly early braking from cars ahead. I think the RSX was braking early because the car in front of it was earlier on the brakes, and I got caught on the rear bumper of that car, and I couldn't pull my car. I couldn't get my car unstuck in time to not be in trouble. Here comes the Mach 1 with its speed. I mean, we're not actually that much slower than the Mach 1 down the straight. It's a testament to how quick this Corrado is. I think the RSX might actually be waiting for us. I don't think they did wrong in that one. That was a little bit of Forza jank for you. Well, not Forza, to be fair. In reality, you could get... There's enough bits of bumper. You could have bits of bumper get stuck and, yeah, cars be a little wedged together. It was just really unfortunate place. Really unfortunate time for that one. It's unfortunately how it goes with these races. It's not the first time, and probably won't be the last time that we've come across that. Well, I say this is likely the last adventure in Horizon 4, so who knows what we might see in future. We're going to duck underneath everybody through here. Can I just, like, lasso the back of the Mach 1? Can we get a tow bar? Just go! Points are looking fairly good for Blue Team in this one. It is between the Rover and the Prelude up at the front. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get... We might be able to get the Mach 1 onto the podium. To be honest, we might be able to follow it up to 4th. Kind of depends if the RSX gets me or not by the end of the race. We will have to wait and see. Oh, come on, Corrado. I'm actually really impressed with this car. I like it. I like it a lot for a front-wheel drive B-Class vehicle. Not if I was building a front-wheel drive B-Class vehicle, this is not the way I would likely go. Oh, that's a horrible place to get caught behind a Bel Air. Yeah, I wouldn't normally go for this build, these tyres in this way. However, it definitely works. Okay, who is faster out of me and the RSX? That is an interesting question down the straight. The RSX gets the launch, does it have the top end? Okay, I think the answer to that question is it's really bloody close. We may be just a little bit better after the kind of 130 mile an hour mark, but I'm not going to get stopped in the turn one. I'm just waiting. Where is that nose of a white car on the inside? There it is. Is it going to be enough to get past? Not quite. We cannot do that again. If we want to get 4th in this race, we've got to pass the Tirana cleanly and not make another mistake, because Zipper will overtake us if we do. Where are we going to get this Tirana? Are we close enough here? No. Oh, Tirana's got big understeer. I will take that one. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, we're on a really wonky line to this final corner. Okay, Zipper's a little further back this time around. We're going to have breather into turn 1. Ooh, points have gone back to us. Me and Coda working our way through the field has scored enough points to get them a little bit back in our favour. Here comes that RSX. We're going to have to defend into turn 1. This time around, we're going to have to be better. Don't run so wide. Make the RSX work for it if it's going to. Yeah, better way to do it. I didn't know where to brake on that tighter line, so it was a little bit of iffy braking by me, but it did the job. Don't let the understeer get the better of you. The Volkswagen does like to spin up its wheels quite easily. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got Forza Aero on the front end of this car, and I might slightly be regretting that for some of this. Might have been the way to go, really. Again, if we can make it difficult to pass through here, and this is not an easy track to overtake on, there's a lot of fast corners. Is the RSX close enough to have a dive? I don't think it is. We head a little wide onto the start-finish straight. That might be a problem for me. Oh, it's going to be a drag race to the line. Who's going to do it? The cars are so evenly matched. It's going to be the Volkswagen, but only by a few metres. Only by a few metres in there. And that was a bloody good race. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate Zipper waiting up. There's absolutely no fault of their own. I just got my car stuck on their rear bumper, and as they went to overtake the car ahead of them, it kind of dragged me sideways, which I didn't want to have happen. It's a kind of a shame because it dropped us both out of possibly the fight at the front with the Rover that did take victory in the end ahead of the Prelude. However, we did have a fantastic fight on the way back through the field, so there was that as well. Yeah, that was some good fun. I like that Corrado. Not the best overall car here, but could be strong in places. That is for sure. Put up a good fight. I quite like driving it as well. Interesting challenge. Yeah, maybe some work on the front end. Just a little bit of work on the front end, and that could have been a very, very quick car. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. I'm not quite sure, at the moment of recording this, I'm not quite sure how things are working for the next team adventure, because of course we are going to be moving on towards Horizon 5 in the very, very near future. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what is happening. I'll put a link to our Discord in the description anyway, when I do know what's happening. There will be sign-ups, there's a Versus Community sign-up section, it'll be posted in there. Oh. Apparently I'm an upside-down Volkswagen. Well, a fitting end, really. Wonderful, Forza. Thank you very much for that one. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.